ओके, अब आपको मल्टीपल स्क्रीन नहीं दिखेंगे, राइट? So there are basically two options how you can create React app. So first one is create React app. Okay, so this is the official website of create React app. So this is the one tool by which you can create a React app, and another tool is Vite. Okay, through which you can create a React app. So you can see this is the official website of Vite. Okay, the build tool for the web, right? So in this session, we are going to use Vite because Vite is a modern tool for creating front-end web apps. Okay, so we are going to use Vite. Create React app is old and deprecated, so that option we are not going to use. Okay, so let us learn how to create React app using Vite. So first of all, what you need to do, you just go to your desktop or you can go to any folder you want, and in that you just create a new folder. Okay. So I'm going to name this folder as joke app, right? So I've given the name joke app of my folder and open this folder in any code editor of your choice. Okay. In this session, I'm going to use VS Code. Okay. If you are going to use any other code editor, not a problem. Okay. It's upon your choice. Okay, I am going to use Visual Studio Code for my choice. Okay, I'm going to press the folder. So you can see my Joe Cap folder is open in the VS Code, right? Now you have to open the terminal inside this code editor. So you can see I have just opened the terminal. Okay, so terminal is simply command prompt integrated inside your VS Code, right? So you can give commands in this terminal. So first command that you need to use is npm. Okay, so we are going to use npm. Npm is Node Package Manager. So I'm just going to give you the brief that what you need to install before creating this app. So you need Node installed inside your operating system. Okay, so Node is must. Okay, without Node, you cannot create React app. So that is why first go to this Node website and get Node.js for your operating system. Okay, you can install it for Mac, Windows, Linux, whatever operating system you're using. Right. So I'll go to it. So npm is Node Package Manager, just like we have pip for Python. Okay, so npm is for Node. So npm, then I'll give a command create and I will write Vite because we are going to use Vite as our tool and at latest. Okay, why I'm giving latest? Because I want latest version of Vite to be installed. So I'll just click enter. Okay, so it is telling me that need to install the following packages. Create Vite at the 8.3 version. So I'll just give yes. I want to install it. So now it is asking you the project name. So I'll give my project name as dot slash. Okay, because I want to create my application inside the same folder. So that's why I'm giving dot slash means current directory. Then I'll hit enter. Then it is asking you the framework or library. So on the third position, you will find the React. So I'll just hit enter again. Then it is asking you the variant. So I'm going to select JavaScript. Then use Vite 8 beta experimental. So no, we don't want any experimental things. Install with npm and start now. Yes. What it will do? Now you can see in the joke app folder, you have got your template for React application and it is installing the packages with npm. Okay, so after installing the packages, it will automatically start your application on the local host server, right? So you can see node modules folder is created. So inside this node modules folder, you will get all your packages, dependencies that is required to run this React, right? So up till here, you can install the dependencies and start your React app. So you can see it has given you a local host URL. So just go to this URL and you can see Vite plus React application template is created. Okay, so this is our application and one counter is also made here. So if you click this counter, this count will increase, right? So we have used Vite and we have used React as our library. Okay. And it is also giving you one note that edit source.app.jsx file and save to test HMR, right? So you have to add this file app.jsx if you want to make any changes on your React, right? So now what I will do, I'll just create this thing on one side and I'll just create my code editor on one side, right? So now let us, okay, I'll just minimize this terminal, okay? Now let us clean our template folder. So you can see one public folder is there. Okay. Inside the public folder, this Vite logo is there, which is being used here. Okay. So I don't need this logo. So I'll just simply delete this public folder. Okay. Now you can see one source folder is also there. So you can see in the source you have app.jsx means this file. Okay. Let us see what is there in the assets. So react.svg means this logo is there. So we also don't need this logo. So simply delete this assets folder. Now we have this app.css. Okay, I don't need any CSS. So delete this app.css also. Okay, index.css. I don't want any styling. So I'll just delete it. So you can see every color, everything is gone here. Then let us go to app.jsx and delete everything inside it. So now you will see just a blank file or blank page on this server, right? So inside app.jsx, we need to give our code so everything will be visible here, right? So what we need to do inside app.jsx, we simply have to make one component. Okay. What is component in React? Component is simply a function in React. Okay. So I'll just create one function. Okay. So function app. Okay. And inside this function, we will simply return something. Okay. And what we want to return, we will return a div. Okay. Div is an element of HTML, right? So components in React return some HTML elements that will be appeared on your screen. So inside this div, I will make one h1. Okay. So I'll make one h1. And inside this h1, you can simply write hello world. Okay. And why it is not visible on the screen? Because we need to export this app. It is being used by another file which is main.jsx. So you can see app is used here in main.jsx. So we have to export this app function to main.jsx. So we will write export keyword. Okay, so export default and app. So now let us see, let us refresh our page. So you can see hello world, okay, which is printing on the screen. So instead of hello world, let us give joke app. Okay, so this is our joke app. So I'll just give joke app heading. Now what we need to do inside the joke app, we will have one button. Okay, so I'll just create one button. So button is also element of HTML. So inside this button, I will write get joke. Okay. So whenever you click this button, get joke, so one joke will appear on the screen, which will be get by one API. Right. So now I'll just give you the overview of API which we are using. So our API will be joke API. So I just simply search joke API on Google, and it will give you one SV443 joke API. Okay. So this is the documentation of that joke API. And if you scroll down, okay, so here is one API, that is this API. Okay. So simply copy this API. And if you paste this API on your browser and if you hit enter, so you can see whenever I'll just refresh it, so you will get a new joke. So you can see category of joke, okay, type of joke. Then in the joke you will have one setup, you will have one delivery. Then let us refresh it. So you are getting a Christmas joke, okay. Then if you refresh it, you are getting a programming joke also. Now it is a single type joke, and there is one joke, right? So like this, every time you call this API, you will get one random joke. Okay. So whenever I'm refreshing it, so it is giving me a joke, random joke every time, right? So this API we are going to use in our application. So now what we need to do for calling this API in our React app, we need to install one package. Okay. So what is that package? Let us search it. Okay, just give me a second. Okay. Yes, okay. Sorry, guys, for the interruption. Okay. So, everyone getting it up till here? Any doubts you can ask me now? Any doubts, just ask me now. So, I'll proceed further. कितना टाइम तक चलेगा क्लास? जस्ट 15-20 मिनट में बता दूंगा मैं बना के, ठीक है? मेरे लिए बड़ी बात नहीं है, तुम्हारे लिए बड़ी बात है समझना. ओके. एंड कैन यू प्लीज द प्रोसेस ऑफ इंस्टॉलेशन? कुछ नहीं करना है, मैं बता देता हूँ. एक फोल्डर बनाओ, नया फोल्डर बनाओ. ओके. उस फोल्डर को जस्ट ओपन करो वीएस कोड में, टर्मिनल पे जाओ और एक कमांड लिखनी है सिंपल, npm create वीट, और एंटर करना है. ठीक है. फिर उस पर आपको प्रोजेक्ट नेम दे देना है. फिर आप लाइब्रेरी सिलेक्ट कर लेना रिएक्ट, और वेरिएंट सिलेक्ट कर लेना जावास्क्रिप्ट. आपका रिएक्ट ऐप बन जाएगा. ओके. ओके. एनी डाउट गाइस अप टिल हियर? If everything is fine, let us go further. NPM not recognized. If NPM is not recognized, you make ensure that Node is installed in your system. Okay. So Node is not installed in your system if NPM is not recognized. Okay. So first install Node. Go to the Node website. Okay. Just type Node. Go to the Node website, get Node.js. Okay, you have to click on Windows installer, or if you are using Mac, you download that installer and install Node first. Node is must for creating a React app. Without Node, you cannot create the React app. Okay. स्क्रीन शो नहीं हो रही भाई, बाकी लोगों को हो रही है क्या स्क्रीन शो? जस्ट गिव मी द कंफर्मेशन, yes or no. Everyone is able to see my screen. My screen is visible. Okay, my screen is visible. Just refresh your tab. Okay, so my screen will be visible to you also. Okay, so I'm just going further. सर्टिफिकेट का प्रोसेस कैसा है, सर्टिफिकेट कैसे मिलेगा, इस सेशन के बाद एक क्विज आएगी, क्विज दे देना, सर्टिफिकेट मिल जाएगा। ठीक है। Now, the package that I'm going to use, okay, that is Axios. So first you can go to npm. So npm have its own website, okay. So you can search packages here. So I just need a simple package that is Axios, okay. So I'll just search Axios, and if I go to that page, so you can see what is Axios. Axios is simply a promise-based HTTP client for browser and Node.js. Okay. So Axios is a HTTP client through which I will make my API calls. Okay. So that is why I need this Axios package so that I can call that joke API. So I'll go to my VS Code. Okay. I'll just close my server. Now here I'll just simply write one command npm install Axios. Okay. Let us hit enter. So it will automatically fetch Axios from here. And you can also see that here also it is giving you that command npm install Axios. I is short for install. So it will install Axios on your project. So you can see Axios is installed. Now what I need to do, I need to run my project again. So I'll just simply write the command npm run dev. Okay. So it will run your project, and you can see now your project is running on that same URL, localhost. So once again, I'll just keep these things side by side, and I'll just open my application. So you can see I'm getting a joke app and a button. Okay. So I've just installed Axios. So what I need to do, first I need to import that package. So I'll just write the import keyword, and I'll just name the variable Axios from where we have to import it from Axios that we have installed, right? So you can see I've installed it. So now what we need to do, we need to make one state in React. Now what is a state in React? State are simply variables in React. Okay. So in React language, we call them states. So I'll just make one variable in React that is const. Okay. And I'll just destructure that state. So I'll just call that state as joke and set joke. Set joke is just a function through which I'll change that variable, and we will make use of use state hook. Okay. And use state hook already comes from React library. Okay. So use state is simply a function, inbuilt function of React through which we make variables. Okay. So we cannot make variables directly in React. So that is why we use state hook that is simply a inbuilt function in React, right? And I'll just give this use state a default value of empty object. Okay. Now what I need to do, I will just create a function. Okay. I will just create a function get joke. So this function will get a joke from that API. So I'll just give curly braces. And here, what we need to do, we have to make this function asynchronous. Okay. Why I'm making this function asynchronous? Because it will take some time to fetch the joke from that API. So that is why we need to make it asynchronous. Now, here I will make another variable. So const response. Okay. So we will get one response from that API. So const response is equals to await. Okay, I'm giving await keyword because it will take some time to get the joke. So we will wait for it. So await and just make use of Axios package. So Axios dot, we will use the get function. Okay, so get function is used to send a request to some URL. And here in the strings, we will give our URL. You can see. So where is our URL? So this is our URL. I'll just copy it and I will simply paste it here. Okay, so very simple. Now what we need to do, I'll just close these pages. Okay, we don't need this page. We also don't need this. Don't need this. Okay, I'll close this out. So now what we will do, now we will simply console log. We will console log what we are getting in response. Okay, and where we will call this function. Okay, so we will call this function whenever we will click this button. So I am giving one on click attribute here. So on click is equals to, let us give that function get joke. So now what I will do, I will simply inspect and see the console if any joke is coming or not. Okay, so you can see there are many errors coming here. Okay, so no need to worry, just reload your page and every error will go away. So let us click on get joke. So you can see one object is coming from that API, and let us expand it, and inside the data you are getting your joke. So see, category of joke, delivery, okay, setup. So you can see, right? So now what we need to do, we are getting our joke inside data. So I will write response dot data. Okay, once again I'll refresh it. Then I'll click on get joke. So now you are getting your joke here. So it is a programming joke. Okay, and so it is here. So debugging is like being the detective in a crime movie. Okay, where you are for the murder at the same time. Okay, so we are getting some joke. So now what is my next step? I need to show this joke on my screen here, right? Not on the console. So for that, I'll make one div. Okay. And inside this div, I will render my joke or I'll show my joke, right? So here I will make use of curly braces, okay, because I'll write some JavaScript here. Okay, why I need to write JavaScript here? Now because you see your joke are of two types. Okay, you can see this is a type. Okay, you can see joke type is, so this is a single type joke, and if you refresh it and click on get joke, so there are also other type, that is two part joke, right? So you have two types of joke, single joke and two part joke. So we have to check whether our joke is of single type or of two part, right? So that is why I'm going to write my JavaScript here. So I'll check that my joke is of single or two part. So what I will check that first of all, I will set my joke inside this variable. So here I'll just write one line, set joke to response dot data. Okay, so I'll just set joke variable. So this joke variable now contain this object, okay, which we are getting on the console. So here I'll check it. So joke. So inside the joke, what we have dot. Okay, so joke dot type is double equal to. We will check it. Is it a single or two part? So if it is single, okay, I'll give just question mark. I'm using ternary operator here. So if it is a single type, so we will just render it inside one H1 or H2, you can say. So inside this H2, we will simply write joke dot joke. Okay. And if it is of two type or two part joke, so here I need to write one more div. Okay. And okay, I'll just close this div. So inside this div, what we need to do, we need to make two H2s. So H2 and another H2. So here I will first write joke dot setup, and here I will write joke dot delivery. Okay, so now refresh it. So there will be no errors. So let us click on get joke. So you can see I'm getting a joke. I write my jokes in capitals. This is one was written in Paris. Okay. So now I'm getting my joke here. Well, now once again, if I click on get joke, so you can see I'm getting my one joke also. So if I click on get joke, so you can see every time it is giving me a different joke, right? So this is how we can now get the jokes from our API, right? So this is how you can make a joke app, right? Now you can also style this app, okay? So for that you need CSS, right? I'll refresh it, and now we don't need this console.log. So I'll just remove this console.log. So what we can do, I'll just go to index.css and I'll just give one universal selector. I'll give margin 0, padding 0, box sizing border box. Okay, so you will see default styles will get override. Now we can give some class names to our divs. So he can see there is one div. So I'll just give one class name. So this is our joke container. So I'll just style this joke container. So dot joke container. Okay. So here what we need to do, I'll just give some border. So I need some border of 5 pixels, solid black. So you can see I'm getting one border. Okay, let us reduce it to 3 pixels. Okay. Then inside this box, I need to give some padding. So let us say padding of 5 REM. Okay, so I'm getting some padding. Okay, 5 REM is very much 3 REM. Okay. And I can also give text align center. So everything will be in the center. And what all things we need to give? Width. Okay, 70%. Okay, so my container will get some width. And I'm going to get some margin also. So margin auto. So my container will be in the center. And in the top and bottom, I can give just 27% or 27 VH, I guess. Okay, so now everything is in the center. Okay, 20 VH. Right. Okay. So everything is in the center now. I can just close this console. I don't need this console, and I can put everything here. Now, what we need to give, let us check here. So we have one H1. Okay, give some margin in H1. So H1, let us give some margin of 1 REM. Okay, so now you are getting some good UI. And if you click on joke, so I am getting joke now, right? Refresh it. Let us style it some more. So let us style that button also. So button. Okay, so I'll just give width to that button, 5 REM. Okay, give some more, 8 REM. Right. Then let us give some height of 3 REM. Okay. If you want, you can give some border radius. Okay, of 1 REM. Okay. Give its border as none. You can also give some background color. So I want to give this background color as, let us say, Dodge or blue. Okay, and I want to give it a color of white. Okay, and let us give it some font size, 1.2 rem. Okay, okay, it is, I guess, some more, 1 rem. Okay, it is fine now. I can also change font of my app. So I'll give some font family. Okay, let us give it to Arial Helvetica. Okay, so now my button is styled. Now what I need to do, I need to give some margin to my edge. So I'll give some margin of, let us say, 1 rem. Okay, so now let us click on get joke. So now you can see I'm getting a joke. Okay, every time when I click this button. Okay, so this is how you can style your joke app, and you can fetch the jokes from that API, right? So this is how you can make a simple app using React.js and one API. Okay. Okay, Hemanta, you can get your certificate after this webinar. You will get one quiz. Okay, give that quiz. You will get your certificate. Sir, generating jokes is very easy in Python language. I guess it is also very easy in React. Okay, so just little bit of code you can see. I've just written only few lines of code. Okay, just give one function. Okay, and in 2 lines I have just fetched that joke, and I've just make an HTML page little bit, and here also. Okay, so everything is simple in every language. You just need to understand how it is working. Okay. Yes. Can you going to tell you how connect with the backend? I have connected with the backend. Okay, this API is our backend. Okay. So whenever you are going to make one backend, you are definitely going to make API. Okay. Okay, I'm going to show it in full screen. If you want, I can also give you this code. Okay, so don't worry about it. Okay, so I'll just share this code with you. So I'll share this code with you with code share. Okay, so share code now. I will paste my code here, then share. Okay, I'll just copy this link and I'll paste it here. So now on this link, you can go and get this code, right? So didn't get Hello World on Joke app. Okay, you have to export that app. So don't forget to export it just like I've exported it here. Right, export default app. Okay, so I've also share code with you. So any doubt, guys? So now let us have that session Q&A session. So you can ask me any doubts if you have. Yes, you can definitely use Tailwind. Okay, so if you want to integrate Tailwind inside this React app, I'll just show you how you can do it. Just go on Tailwind website. Okay, so Tailwind CSS. Okay, then here just go to documentation docs, go to installation. Where is that installation? Yes, so installation part. So we have used Vite. So you will on the first you will get it using Vite. So we have already created our project, right? You just have to install these things. Okay, npm install Tailwind and this package. Then you have to go to configuration file of Vite, and you have to just paste this two things, Tailwind CSS function and this import statement. So where is that configuration file? Just go on this read config. So here just in the array give tailwind also. Okay, so tailwind function and just give that import function, right? Then after that you can use tailwind CSS inside this application. Okay, and in index.css we have to import the tailwind, and after this you can just give your styles and it will run fine. Okay, so guys, quiz link is already pasted on the chat box. Okay, I'll just show you how you can give the quiz. Just click on the link. Okay, so this you will get a quiz like this, and you have to just click on start test. Okay, in these seconds it will redirect you to the test, and here just click on start quiz and click on start. Then you have to just answer these simple questions, and after this you will get your certificate. Okay, so those who want to take the certificate, just go on this link, give the quiz, and get your certificate. Now the steps are also given. Okay, follow the steps. So follow these steps to get your certificate, guys. Okay, so let us end this webinar, guys. So thanks a lot, you all of you guys. Okay, for being my audience. Okay, thanks for being so patient and listen to me. Right, you can access the recording of this webinar always on the YouTube. Okay, recording is always available on the YouTube. Okay, and I've also shared the code. Right. So thank you guys. Hope to see you in our next webinar, and be just code this app and deploy it online and get your certificate, right? So thank you guys, thank you all.